Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen, your boy just came back from the movies. He watched that baby girl movie, and let me tell you, you could literally watch the trailer and you pretty much got 95% of the movie right there. So ultimately, I wasted my time. But listen, I'm not gonna waste your time anymore with yapping. Let's just jump right into this arc block info. There has been lots of news recently, and the main thing that I want to touch upon is obviously technical analysis. As you know, I'm the technical analysis guy, but we are going to dive into some fundamentals, people. Look, Arcblock and Google officially partnered, okay? Arcblock is proud to formally announce our partnership with Google Cloud is official, right? They're official, right? And pretty much what this means, I have some notes on the side over here, and I'm just going to read it. Pretty much, Arcblock has recently joined with Google Cloud Partnership Network, right? We know that. Aiming to simplify the development of decentralized AI applications through its no code platform. The partnership provides developers with enhanced tools and resources, facilitating the creation of decentralized applications that integrate AI capabilities. Okay. So my last thing for my note is by leveraging Google Cloud's infrastructure, Arcblock seeks to offer scalable and efficient solutions for developers in the blockchain and AI sector. For me, this is very, very good, people, right? Um, being that person that could be like the middle ground kind of to developers in the blockchain AI sectors, especially that we know AI is going to be huge, is a huge, huge W, right? It is a huge, huge W. And we know AI is going to be big. This coin that can help create efficient solutions and, be part of the playing ground just makes it so much more enticing to buy, right? If we look at Arc Block at the current moment, we have 141 million market cap. It is sitting at $1.43, and we do have a volume of 800,000, right? It's not the highest volume just yet. I do think this kind of falls under a sleeping giant, and I do think this will have a nice future. But like I talked about before, the volume is a little bit of a concern, but that is okay. At the moment, we have around 100 million ARC block tokens, while there's a total supply of 186. Now, I wouldn't worry too much about the token unlocks for this cycle, as they won't really be relevant, in my opinion, when all of this happens, when everything unleashes, and when the bull run, pops off. We've seen it with what happened with Sui, right? There's gonna be token unlocks, there's gonna be more and more, and Sui is going nuclear. So, right, what's next? Well, ladies and gentlemen, there is still a lot to be found, right? There's still a lot to be done. When we talk about from an exchange perspective, we still need a Binance exchange listing, right? We are only on a few pages. So, and the biggest one is Coinbase, right? As we know. So for me, the fact that we're sitting at 141 million market cap, right, and we're still not listed on so many exchanges, just shows that when we do get listed on exchanges, that there's very, very high booming potential. The couple billion in terms of market cap. So, for me, that is an exciting thing to look at. That is pretty good news, right? It's not many coins. It's not very often you find many coins, reach this type of market cap, have this type of support community, 40 something thousand followers, and be only listed on one real big exchange. Gate.io is also pretty respectable, but the other stuff, is just pretty small and puny, right? We still have Kraken, we still have Binance, we still have crypto.com, we still have so many exchanges to go down the list. And for me, this is a sleeping giant, in my opinion. Now, let's just dive right into the structure, right? We're going to see how the market structure looks like and where I think this coin is going to go, right? The most important is the right now, the micro, right? Where is a great buying opportunity? Well, ladies and gentlemen, for me, these kind of zones are relevant, right? These areas over here are the main relevant areas, right? Because we can see the last big structure is pretty much over here, roughly from ranging from, we see from 98 cents to $1.25. That is the main zone, and that is where I would primarily be looking for pullbacks. However, I do think the context is a little different, so I'm not sure if we're going to pull back all the way sub $1, but I do think we could get pretty close. So I'm going to make this a little bit more tidy and neat just for you guys. So look, we can see right away that we are obviously in a downtrend. We can see a little bit small signs of reversal, but nothing too crazy. I do think this coin will drop at least to $1.33. This is where I would start dollar cost buying, is around $1.33 would be my first purchase, right? $1.30, $1.33. Then I would be aiming for roughly these double bottoms of $1.19. And then there is this one institutional candle that I think we could even wick into, right? Right over here and here. If we go back to over here, we can see on a smaller time frame, there is a nice institutional 4-hour candle over here. And if we go even on a lower time frame, right, this it doesn't have to go this far back, but we can see nice 30-minute candle, reverse head and shoulder institutional candle. So we could be going back all the way to roughly $1.10 to $1.15. Right, so that would be where I would be buying aggressively personally, because I don't think we're going to be breaking this structure. If I go back to the daily very quickly, go on, take this off, right? This just looks great, right? We can see we actually dived into this red line. That is where the 4-hour candle was. So that's why I said, diving back into this zone and then pretty much this zone and this zone is very nice. And like I said, that $1.11 zone is where I saw that reversed head and shoulders. So for me, I'd personally still be patient with Arcblock. We should not be breaking, in my opinion, this structure of 86 cents, right? We do have a huge imbalance zone here, but if Arcblock were to fill that up, for me, that would be a little concerning given the circumstances, right? Given everything we see. If it were to fill it up, we could go back all the way to 47 cents. But for me, I'm not even looking at that, because for me, that is not a relevant zone for this cycle. However, in terms of next cycle, this is probably where Arcblock is going to be in terms of bear season. And this is probably where you could buy in the future between that 20 to 40 cent zone. So I really think this is irrelevant at this moment. And, I just will have to see. But look, right? We take the Fibonacci tool and we'll be looking where Arcblock could be going in terms of Fibonacci. And then we'll be looking at where Arcblock can go in terms of market cap. First off, what I'd like to do, if we were to hypothetically 10x from here, we would be at a 1.4 billion market cap, sitting at $10.43, right? Which would be all the way up here. Now, right away, is that realistic? And in terms of market cap and in terms of Fibonacci, yes, that is realistic, right? We know the pumps are going to be bigger and bigger because the altcoin season is going to be gigantic. So for me, the $7.17 is the conservative area. When we start entering the more realistic zone in terms of Fibonacci, is usually around the 2.2 between the 3.2. And like I said, a 10x from here would be extremely clean, right? We could enter it pretty easily, in my opinion. And you know how things roll, right? Going from 30 market cap to 100 million market cap is a little hard, but it's not the hardest. Usually, that 100 to 500 million is where something will pump, accumulate, and then, going from a couple hundred million market cap to low billions and then high billions is usually easier done. It's usually easier because there's already structure behind it. There's a lot of momentum building up. There is a lot of structure getting broken to the upside. So at the minimum, I think we should be hitting a $10 Arcblock, but I can most definitely see us hitting up to $20 on the more casual side. Now, I don't want to overhype this coin because this coin technically in terms of market cap could hit something like, that 5 to 6 billion area, which would be, let's say, a 50x from here, which would be roughly $60, right? $60 Arcblock is, in my opinion, not the craziest thing in this world, but we have to see how much money there's going to be this cycle and how everything plays out and how Arcblock continues to develop. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.